Ever have a hard time just finding the right words? Well, Britny Cordera doesn't seem to have that problem.
The young poet has made fans with her work in the old market. Surely she'll gain a few more with this. It's her new book, almost dropped it, called Wingmakers.
Don't throw the book, Mayor. Britney's here alongside another Omaha poet, Todd Robinson. Good to see both of you this morning.
His work here too.
So
welcome.
This is called Wingmakers. Explain what the book's about.
So this is a book of poetry and prose and also illustrations, and what it does is it's a book about the myths that that envelop these bird constellations, and these myths sort of tell the stories of all these different cultures, and also wraps them all together and gives them a thread of similarity and some sort of divine.
So are you about to say divinity on a morning show? And oh, girl, it's early for those words.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really an easy read for people who are sort of like they get bogged down by too much and how's it going to. The format is easy to ingest.
It is, yes.
What goes into your writing process?
Yeah, so you know, with my writing process, I have a lot of books that I just love to read, and you know, those books, they inspire me. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a book, you know, and I'll start at my typewriter and start typing it, and then just, you know, inspiration will come.
You have a typewriter?
I do, yes, yes, I do.
Is that part of the process, that doing it electronically would affect your creative flow?
You know, I do both, because it just depends on what I'm trying to achieve at that time. And if I do the typewriter, it's usually because I have a lot more time on my hands to get at the typewriter and just sort of start typing. But it's, you know, it's a very meditative process to sit down at the typewriter. Because
I almost found like those keys were almost like music.
Yes.
You'd get into a rhythm and it was sensory. Friday night, you've got plans.
Yes,
what are you up to?
Yes, so I have a book release party on Friday at the House of Loom. We're going to have 3 featured readers. Todd Robinson's going to be there, and then Otis 12, and then also Natasha Kessler, and it's going to be a wonderful night of poetry, and I'm very excited.
You mentioned Todd's name. Todd, we'll get to you in a second, but I want to ask you, how did you become the old market poet?
Yeah, so it was sort of an off-the-cuff kind of deal, because I wanted to do something that the musicians were doing out there. I wanted to get involved with that, and I also play violin, but I don't go out in the old market and play violin, because I don't know, that's just too nerve-wracking for me.
But poetry, you can handle.
Right, exactly. If I can hide behind the typewriter, I'm fine. And so I just I had the typewriter already, and I just wanted to. I got a table put together, I got a sign put together, and I just started doing that, and I get lots of good response, and I'm very grateful of that opportunity.
Todd, her youth is something that people talk about, right? At the age in which she's being published and getting all of this attention. What's your advice to other writers who are coming up and interested specifically in poetry?
Well, I'd say don't limit yourself. You know, the great thing about Britney, she walked into my first class at UNO and just instantly impressed me by her poise and her intelligence and her vivacity. She's ruthlessly affable. There's no sense that there's certain boundaries. You know, she's just freewheeling. She's mystical. She's a scholar, and I guess that would be my advice. Don't be afraid. You know, take chances, pay attention, listen, read, etc.
We've just got a couple minutes, but don't want to put you on the spot. But are either of you up for reading some poetry?
Yeah, for sure. I'll read from my book.
Do you want to read from the book?
Yeah,
I didn't know if you had anything off the top of your head.
No, I don't. I need to do some memorization.
So, and while you're looking, Wingmakers is the name of her book, and the work we have here from Todd, Note at Heart Rock. Where is it available, Todd?
The Bookworm generally. I think Jane's Health Store in Benson as well.
Great. And another easy read as I'm flipping through it. What do you have, Britney?
Yeah, so this poem is titled Phantom Horus, and it's an Ars Poetica, so it's a poem about writing poetry. Feel the sky of ocean tide grace tropic painted wings. Watch the hands of time sculpt breath beneath marbled bones, then to rip your ruby wine from flesh gone slack. Smell, taste the music sung from silence hung on gilded thorns. Oh, how the bard of rose-lipped phantoms feels the inked stream echo rippling history. Oh, how metaphor gnaws through vast sweeps of albicant to bond with feathers sarcoline, forever eat ambiguities willingly offered flame.
It's beautiful.
Very
Well,
nice.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Again, from Wingmakers, you can meet Britny on Friday night. We'll show you that information once again. The venue is House of Loom, and you're welcome to meet Todd and the other readers on Friday night starting at 7:30. Get a signed copy of the book there. And Todd, what a great legacy for you to be influencing in some way, encouraging this new generation of poets. We think about 2015. In some ways, it may be a dying art, but it's clearly alive in her. You know?
Alive and
Definitely.
well, certainly.
Great.
Thanks to her, yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Todd.
lot.
Nice to
Thank
meet you.
you.
And Britny, all the best.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
so
Britny.
much.
Thank
yeah.
you.